Hey everybody, welcome back to Vinyl and Taste. I'm still old school Pat. I got Neil over here.
I'm still Dancehall Neil.
And welcome back to, this is our 25th episode, and it's our 9th episode of our Jamaican music series. So
yes, sir.
9 out of 10, so we're getting near the end. And this one we're going to be talking about dancehall reggae from the years 1996 to 2006. Some pretty recent history, not too long ago. So
actually, we did talk a lot about 96. So I don't know if you want to start at 96 and go to 96. What, do you got anything from 96 down?
Yeah, I still got some 96s. Yeah, definitely.
Let's start with that right there.
Yeah.
Pull it out.
Cool. All right. Well, let me
96.
see.
Is this 96?
I think it is. Let me look.
Dude, I didn't even think about Morgan Heritage. Look at me.
It's 97. Anyway, so started out, and I'm not going to do the whole education lesson today. You guys should probably remember these years, 96 to 2000. It wasn't too long ago. Morgan Heritage, the children of U.S.-based singer Denroy Morgan. This was their second album, Protect Us Jah, and it was a really good, stunning return to roots album for that time, and I recommend that one. That's
sweet.
The second one.
All right. So I'll go with also 97 is this Bounty Killer Ghetto Grandma.
Oh, that's a good one.
And now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm down here in this corner, I know I probably talked about it before, but down in the ghetto, what was that, 90?
Yeah, that fits the period. I like Down in the Ghetto.
Yeah, it's a good one. I should get it on CD because you get the 2 bonus tracks.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever, but I just happened to see the tape when I was out the store. When I did get it, this is a really good one. I like this one. This is Jammy's Legendary Ghetto Grandma.
I like Smoke the Herb. I like the one he did. What did they call it? No, World and Respect, which was his collaboration with Dawn Penn on her massive hit.
Yes,
the recut of that.
Yes, sir.
I really like that.
Who else is on here?
Galfie at Work. That's a good one.
With Dirtsman, Junior Reed, Nitty Kutchies. All really good. You know what's funny about this? I got I ordered it on Amazon. It wasn't Amazon, but it was like a third party on Amazon, and in the tray came a Luciano album.
Oh, nice. Before I go to Luciano,
yes.
I
just want to show it just because that's kind of how it came, because it came in there. It didn't have any artwork on it.
Where There Is Life.
So Where There Is Life.
Here's Where There's Life.
With the art.
With the art on it, yeah. Which was this was done for Fatis Burrell, Luciano. I mean, this album, Where There Is Life. What year was it? It was technically. Oh, come on.
Are we talking about Luciano now?
Yeah. Well, this one was the 90s. I'm thinking 90.
I mean, it's probably...
Yeah. But just out now.
96?
Or is it's Me Again, Jah, Lord Give Me Strength, this whole album. Heaven Help Us All, Where There's Life, There's Hope. Your World and Mine.
Can you pull out the thing that's sticking out there by the Psychic TV down there? Because that's a Luciano. I just got...
Oh, nice. This Sweep Over My Soul. Yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah, it came out in 99. I know I'm skipping ahead a little too far, but I actually just got this. I just listened to it a couple of weeks ago. So
the title track was a massive hit.
Slide it back. My favorite track on here is When Will I Be Home?
Oh, yeah.
Track 7.
Here, show this one, Neil. This is the best of.
That's the Luciano. Is this a double disc?
No, it's not. Unfortunately,
looks like it is.
But this was the best of, but it came out in early 2000s.
2002.
So it was the best up to that period, and it has a lot of his Fatis Burrell monster hits, major talent.
Nice, and he's great. On the.
My favorite song here is Ulterior Motive. I love that. That's an old rhythm.
Man, what the hell was that on? What album was that on?
Just going back to show that some of the Bounty Killer stuff. This was his 96 album, My Experience.
Ghetto people face a lot of unemployment.
What is this one?
Millennium.
Oh, yeah. Here's a 2000 outing. Art of War.
That's a good one. You got the other one too.
Oh yeah, he put out.
They should have made that
year.
a double album.
Bounty Killer, the Mystery.
Same year.
And 2006, his greatest hits came out, which was Not a Mercy, Warlord Scrolls, double disc.
That's a great collection.
Yeah. So
even if you have it, I mean, it's such a great collection.
You should have. I mean,
just get it.
Get that. Yeah, let's see. Beanie Man, Bounty Killer. Mid 90s, they were neck and neck. This was the best of Beanie. And Collector's edition, 2 disc.
And it makes me wonder, talking about their little clash that they had, and you see how they interact with each other now. Mm-hmm. I kind of sometimes I wonder if that was even a real thing, you know.
It seemed pretty real at the time.
Well, it's like Movado's clash with Vibes Cartel. That seems so real. But then you see how Bounty interacts with Beanie now. They seem like they get along now. Yeah. Like, you see the most recent clash between them? No. Like last year? Mm-mm. No. You know what I'm talking about, though. Yeah. It didn't seem like they're just like, you know, like it wasn't like, I mean, some of these clashes get real nasty. Some in certain areas in Jamaica, people die over clashes. Yeah. Fans die. Well. And get shot, and it can be a very serious thing. Wow. The whole Guzzy, yeah, I know what you're trying to say. Gaza Gully thing, you know, people lost their lives over that. It's pretty crazy. Wow. Yeah. Man, let me just look at can I look at my cheat sheet? Yeah, look at the cheat sheet. We just went, we're just all over the place. Let's talk about some Sizzla and Capleton. I'm going to start with Capleton because, so we'll start, where are we, 97? Yeah. This, I Testament. So I Testament, this was supposed to be the big crossover follow-up to, help me out here, Pat, to the Def Jam album. Oh, to Prophecy. Because this is also on Def Jam. Oh, okay. Now, if you listen to it, it doesn't, let's take a look at that. It's like, I mean, is it as good as the Prophecy? No. But you could tell it was in that same vein. Yeah. Like, Prophecy was such a giant album and a giant, massive hit. Absolutely. They tried to recreate it with this. And well, kudos to Def Jam for even allowing a second album. Yeah, or doing that, which is, you know. But I mean, it is enjoyable and it has its moments. The bonus tracks on here, which aren't even listed, are great. But it just kind of, I just think how are you gonna cut 2 classics? You know what I'm saying? That's tough. Well, he came back after that and did More Fire. Which is not a crossover album by any. It's not at all. No, and this one, you know, collects some of his best singles from the 1999-2000. Producer Stevie and Clevie. Pretty much, this is the peak of Capleton around that time. You know. Here was one, Rain of Fire. You know. Yeah. Not as good as Still Blazing or. It's still really good though. Is that the tour that we saw? Yeah. That was sure. Wow. Yeah, with the Heineken girls. That was so weird. I didn't know those were free. I really missed out on them. Yeah, I certainly got my money's worth for that. It was a great show though. Yeah. We were in the minority. Yeah, it was a hardcore dancehall show. Yeah. People were like, what the... We brought up Sizzla earlier. Yeah, that's my favorite right there. Is Bobo Ashanti? Yeah. So that's here you have Sizzla's 2000 effort, Bobo Ashanti, which was produced for Fattest Burrell stuff, and one of his early best ones. He just goes hard. I Am Taking Over, which decent record for VP. Yeah. This was an out and out classic. Everybody knows. Sizzla, Black Woman and Child for Bobby Digital. That's great. You know, with the title track and the whole album, you know, stands. My version. Sizzla's The Eyes Best. My version of that is right here. I got it in this set, so you get like Praise Ye Jah, Black History, Good Ways, Kalanji. Wow, nice. A 4 CD box set. Yeah. The thing about this is I already had Black History because that's a really good album, but
Put that out.
This was Jetstar.
Jetstar. Oh, they do like the. Yeah, I've got stuff on Jetstar like Garnet Silk.
Okay. And as far as Sizzla, I mean, Sizzla's almost too prolific to really. You could do a whole episode on Sizzla's album.
You could.
Probably several.
Yeah, like Neil said, too prolific. At least the ones I showed you are the highlights. Acknowledged classics.
Capleton's not as prolific, but I mean the stuff to me, there's not any filler. Sizzla, you're gonna get some filler. You're gonna get those weirdo crossover albums. I don't want to show because I don't think it really fits into.
Showing my age, but speaking of that, with Sizzla, I remember there was he went slack for a little while.
Yep.
And he was cussing, and was he talking about guns and stuff too? Yeah.
And this one was
that like old stuff, and he's back to
he's back to the roots stuff. This is Soul Deep. This is 2005, but this was kind of like a more R&B, not even like a lovers rock kind of style. Because
I know the one I dubbed off years ago. There was one called Life.
Yeah,
his singing is terrible. I'm sorry, you can't sing.
I like that album, man. I like that one. Come on. Is it one of my favorites? No, but I really did like that one. Yeah. Some of the rhythms on that were really, really heavy too.
Yeah.
From '97, I don't know. I'll talk about a Ninja Man album.
Okay.
He started to not record as much toward the late 1990s, and I probably shared this before, but this is the Settle All Score album. I think this is Japan. It's numbered release, so this one's rare to get this. This version of it. You got the mugshot, of course. He's sparsely recording now from prison, and if you're recording from a Jamaican prison, you're pretty much a millionaire. I.e., Ninja Man, Vibes Cartel. 98. I'm going to talk about a couple, I got them pulled. 98, we got Frisco Kid.
Oh, nice.
I know you know Frisco Kid because he was on a million compilations in the late 1990s.
Yep.
This is...
Every dancehall compilation.
Yep. A million of them. So this is the album. I got this on record probably just because I had an opportunity, to get it on vinyl or CD, and I saw the vinyl first. Probably got this in a record store in Philly. Yeah, 98. 1998. I like that one. I got a bunch of his 45s too. I don't know, grab something else.
From 98, 99, one of the two. Here's Jamali El Shaddai, which was
that's a good one.
A good roots vocal album from that period of time. Title track was a big hit. The whole album stands out to repeated listening. It's good stuff. In the same kind of vein that is roots, return to roots, singing vocal. This is Bushman, Total Commitment. One of my favorite albums from Bushman. Got to see him when he headlined the Bob Marley Festival in Wilmington.
That's a freaking good one.
That was a great performance, and this is a great CD. Bushman here, going over modern reggae tracks and hardcore dancehall tracks with his rootsy vocals.
And just because this is hanging out here, I'm gonna pull it. This is Turban and Robe Rhythm. So you got like, and it's a good. Also a good opportunity to talk about Vibes Cartel. This came out around this is probably early 2000s, obviously, but you got Sizzla, Capleton, Anthony V, Elephant Man, an early Vibes Cartel, Turbulence, Tanya Stevens, Power Man, who has made a comeback recently too, but I don't want to talk too much about Power Man's comeback. Mega Bonton, Jaw Thunder. We saw Jaw Thunder too on the Capleton show, and Military Man.
I remember that.
You remember that. Mr. Lex, who else is John Mason? This is a double record. Mega Sample. That's that I haven't heard really anything else. Actually, looking at this Mega Sample, have you ever heard?
No,
I'm not familiar.
It's a misprint.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Tell them how much that happens.
Yeah.
I almost forgot to show the record, like a big dummy.
What do you want, you big dummy?
Big dummy. Yes. Do I look like your typical dancehall fan? The answer to that is yes. It's like no, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not about me. It's about the music. And Dancehall Neil, he does everything different.
I'll briefly show this one because might have been brought up before, but Tato Metro and Devante.
Oh.
Everyone Falls in Love.
Nice.
Big old hit, 2000.
Smash.
Yep.
Not even. Who put that out besides VP? It was in the major label, right? Or
Epic.
yeah, okay. So that was the big thing, right?
But this album is pure dancehall. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing.
No, there's nothing crossover about it,
Yeah,
but that just shows how big they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, you heard that song. You couldn't have not heard that song that year.
Yep.
God, I shouldn't even bother to show these, but come on, you can't talk about this era without talking about Sean Paul.
Oh,
so
come on, man. Yeah.
that's
Which ones are you showing? The first two?
well, the first two, yeah. I mean, those are after that you get a lot of decent crossover, but
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
The first two, and I'm gonna talk about it just because we're talking about Sean Paul. After that, 2005, the Trinity.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing about After Duddy Rock. There's no crossover. This is all Jamaican rhythms every time, featuring Nina Sky, Wayne Marshall, Lugaman, and Kid Corrupt from his Duddy Cup crew. No rappers, no American singers. Every one of these is pure dancehall rhythms from Jamaica.
Yeah.
So you got to respect him there.
Yeah, that was real dancehall, and
he went back to it.
You can't take it away from him.
Nope. And
Sean Paul, Wayne Wonder, Bob Marley, probably the three most successful.
and
Jamaican
because we're talking about it, and I might not talk
all
about
time.
it for a while. This was after that, so 2009. But the only time I will break our time thing here. Still Imperial Blaze.
Oh.
Same thing. Not a crossover album. Every one of these is Jamaican rhythm.
Okay.
Intro by Cha-Chang Chang, famous dancer turned DJ.
Wow.
It's all no guest star.
Okay.
He said forget it.
Wow.
Then after that, he gets really kind of crossovery. He does this after that.
Yeah.
With the
Tomahawk.
Yeah, when you got Chris Brown and Kelly Rowland and stuff like that. But I'm not going to talk about Sean Paul anymore.
All right.
So
we're going to back to this is a '90s DJ Tony Rebel. The album If Ja, also known as Ja by My Side.
I don't have that, but I do want to get it.
Very worthwhile album too. The whole thing's good. He was a DJ in the '90s. I'd say more melodic than most, but really, really good. I wanted to show this. This is a different kind of release for the era, 96, 2006. This was the reissue label Blood and Fire. They put out a whole double disc release on the Congo's 1977 rhythm, Fisherman, with all new voicings by modern at that time, early 2000s, dancehall stars and veterans. And I really like this Blood and Fire experiment.
I liked it.
Where they did, new versions of an old rhythm on this.
And this is jam packed with artists and tracks.
It was the last CD release of the label, so apparently it must not have performed as well as they wanted it to, but I liked it.
They shot out on that release. Yeah. Speaking of stuff in culture from that time period, this was 2000. This is 2006, but this is a Congo's album, Cock Mouth Kill Cock.
Wow, I've never seen that.
I like it. It's pretty good. I mean, is it the best of their work? No, but it
couldn't have beat. I mean, come on, how are you going to beat the Black Ark at the height of the Black Ark?
Like this?
Yeah,
no, that shit's crazy. Well, it's not a thing for this. And I really like this Culture album, Humble Africa.
Oh yeah, that was a good one with Joseph Hill. Rest in peace, Joseph Hill.
You got that eye on you. And I also want to talk about the very last Gustus Pablo album, Valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's the last one that he put out before he passed?
Yeah.
Well, when did that come out? Yeah.
99.
Oh.
And I like it. Because me and my buddy Justin, we did so much with this. Like I ripped the album, and then we did a dub version of this, and we did an album that nobody will ever hear. We ripped it and I DJ'd over it, the whole thing. Nobody will ever hear that.
I want to hear it.
It is so bad.
Yeah.
It is so embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, it was probably fun to do, though, huh?
Oh God, yeah. So I mean, we probably had to listen to that album over and over and over and over again.
I wanted to show you a couple of. We talked about compilations. You know, there are several. The biggest rock and dancehall anthems.
Nice.
Every year they would put out one. Here's your biggest hits from '99. Here's your biggest hits from 2005. But every year's the hits were packed and true and correct and a very reliable series. A much less reliable series was Reggae Gold, but I still got them all, and they've got good. I just wouldn't say they're representative of some of the.
Definitely not now.
Yeah, not now, but they started out good.
Strictly the Best is more represent. If you want to get something that's representative of now, get Strictly the Best. They do 2 a year, not 1.
Yeah.
Known for the cover models.
Yeah, so at least you can see some very pretty ladies.
Tiates.
I'm up to now 2002.
Damn.
Yeah, right.
Are these all double discs or just like the later ones?
Most of them are all, beginning in the late '90s, I think. Ooh. What am I up to now? Jeez, there's so many. I just grabbed a hunk of them, so they're basically all the years. '96.
2005 right there. I liked that one.
Yeah.
That was a good one
Ooh,
too.
2006 was like a pinup.
Capleton had a heavy hit on that one.
Yeah. This one had Ding Dong.
Oh yeah.
Bad Man Forward, Bad Man Pull Up.
He's still doing his thing.
Yeah.
Still doing his thing. And so now we're all, at this point, we're all over the place when it comes to years and stuff. But I'm going to try to do like the later spectrum of this.
Sure.
This is a Japanese only release.
Burrow Bonton.
Better Than Them compilation. We got our version several years later with the Massive B's Greatest Hits. I'm not going to pull that because I've already pulled it, but you know, it's got the little obi in it, little Japanese obi. This is a really good one. We need another. Here's the thing, man. Buro, he's still doing it. Mm-hmm. What we need is we need another full length album because there's enough singles to do that. This one really hit hard with me. This is Busy Signal's first one, Step Out.
Great.
I wouldn't grab the latest Busy Signal, but
What's on that one?
He on this one, Step Out, Everybody Busy, Bad Man Placed with Movado. What else? Born and Grow, Full Clip also with Movado. Since You've Been Away featuring Chris Kelly. Bad Man Talk. Those are. I mean, I'm just like hit after hit on that, dude. No wonder why he blew up so hard. Damian Marley. I have a funny story about this one. This is gonna be Welcome to Jamrock. Huge hit.
Big old hit.
I wasn't gonna get that at all. I worked with a few guys. They were really into hip hop and stuff, and so I would make them mixtapes, like literal cassettes of stuff that they asked for because I had everything that they wanted to hear. And one of the guys was like, "You should get that. Go to the mall and get it." And I was like, "Nah, I'm not really interested. I'm just being uppity about off my own ass and stuff." And he was like, "Look, go to the mall and buy it. If you don't like it, I'll just buy it off you. That way you're not out the whatever it was, 13, 14, 15 bucks or whatever." So I bought it and loved it.
Yeah.
It was it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done. Again, speaking out of turn here, but Stony Hill was great too, and that one was just like a year or two ago. I'm gonna backpedal a little bit and talk about this Degree album, Bush Baby. Degree was on everything back then.
Yeah, he went from being, wasn't he general degree?
This is 98. Yeah.
Degree.
What is this? Degree. This is degree. Yeah, degree, general degree.
I think a dog will go someone to hold you tonight.
Talk about Ghost. This is probably the best Ghost album. Love You. I just got his new album, Stories. Love You is really good. Yeah. He put out another album around this time called like Under the Moonlight or something, and now that I don't have it, but that's a perfect example of modern lovers rock kind of and you know, I should get it. Is it as good as the other two albums? Hell no. And Ghost's first album was in 1993.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's a veteran.
Just some modern root stuff. Jock Here's first album.
You gotta show that.
Is this the first album? No, it's not. It's not. It's 2005 though. It's the first one I bought.
Oh.
So that was a really good one. I'm a big fan of Phantom Moja.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have all of his albums. It's only 3, and he put out a dub album too. I don't think I have that one, but so he produced a dub album. It's probably 2005. He's I don't know, man. He's under-recorded. What are we at? What do we normally do? About 35 minutes or so.
Yeah. We've been all over with that too.
Yeah, we have. I want to talk about a couple of Lee Scratch Perry albums that made me fall in love with him and want to get everything. Jamaican E.T.
Oh wow.
Produced by Lee Perry. Kind of his what do you call it? Kind of return to being behind the desk.
Oh, okay.
So this is great. This actually, this is Trojan Records. This won a Grammy. Smoke alarm. That was that critics said he only won a Grammy because of his name and his legacy, because they don't like the fact that that's
we're on fire.
We're on fire. They don't like the fact that there's a constant echo.
Yeah.
Throughout that whole album.
Yeah. We might have to evacuate, you know.
Yeah.
Pork chops.
Pork chop.
Pork chop emergency.
So, yeah, there's a constant, and that's Lee Perry for you. He's gonna do some experimental shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that is and so there's, and he worked with I think they're called like the Naylor Sisters or something, that he worked with around that time, and they were on all of his albums. So it was a constant female backing with hardcore echo through the whole thing. Yeah. It makes for good TV. It's okay. Here's another one of my favorites from that time, Alien Starman.
Oh, wow.
And also produced by Lee Perry. Now the thing about that is that made me want to get everything like those out, because at that point I already knew about the early stuff, the Cloak and Dagger and Revolution Dove and Arm. I already knew that by then. You know, I was getting into it, and I was like, man, this motherfucker's still good.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it made me want to get. I mean, my Lee Perry, just my CDs start from like here and end like here, so it's like
very prolific guy for many years.
I like him. Now I'll talk about this Morgan Heritage because you did. This will conclude the year because this is 2000. Well, this is 2005.
Yeah, close.
So this one is Full Circle. My favorite track on here is the You Got Me remix with Sizzla, Bounty Killer, and LMS. I like it. It's like the bullhorn. I like that. I wonder how loud that's going to be on the...
Yeah, it's probably going to be really loud.
But you know what? We got to wake you up because you got to subscribe, you know?
Yeah.
We haven't got a new subscriber lately.
Oh.
You got anything else to talk about down there?
I think that we've done a pretty good job.
Did you talk about that Arabian Jam? Because you didn't tonight.
I don't know if I brought it up before. You know, we talked about the One Rhythm albums. Arabian Jam is a mega mix album. It was takes the One Rhythm album to its logical conclusion, where you have a continuous like siege of mixes of the same song. Like this one, it's like 28 minutes long, every version in the world. You can imagine. And there was one done for peppered seed jam, and
Yep.
there was several done after that. I just wanted to bring that as an example of that kind of release.
Now I got a couple here. Well, you know, Heads
you gotta
High.
show him, yeah. Vegas,
Mr.
come on.
Vegas, Heads High.
Yeah.
He claimed a few years ago he was going to stop doing dancehall records and only do gospel. He was going to pull. He was going to pull a pre Marion Hall, Lady Saul, but didn't stick because after that he put out this. So that's a weird kind of thing to have. Like Lady Saul was serious. She's like, I'm not going back to it.
Yeah.
This is me now. I'm doing gospel albums. This is a big album. Winner.
Oh, yeah.
Richie Stephens.
That's a big one, yeah.
Boom. I like this one. This is 98 too.
Yeah.
And I'm going to finish what I feel I need to say with, I guess because we talked about ghosts so much, Scare Them Crew
Oh, okay.
and Monster Shack.
These were the crews in the 90s made up of, individual DJs that later became famous in their own right. Harry Toddler.
Elephant Man.
Elephant Man,
Roundhead.
Yeah.
Ghost. Shit. Bounty Killer, was heavily connected with Scare Them Crew.
That's right.
And also, like, there's so much, like, I don't want to talk about every single thing because, like, I don't really think that that's necessary. I don't know how much I've been in the shop, but I guess you're hearing me, and that's what really matters.
Yeah.
What else? Like I said, there's a million.
Hmm.
And we're gonna finish the episode and I'm like, holy shit! I should. Oh gosh, just because I forgot that I pulled it. Taxi DJ link.
Oh, good one. Taxi Sly and Robbie's label.
Yeah. See, this is how I found out about Scare Them Crew, from buying this.
Oh, okay.
So it was who's on here? Innocent Crew. They're not that great. They're very young and stuff, but they like their best track in Innocent Crew is Impossible. Impossible Train.
Hmm.
And that was really the only track they really did well.
Who else is Mission Impossible rhythm?
I believe.
Okay.
Oh well, then we got so Foundation from Beanie Man.
Oh yeah.
Many from Scare Them Crew. Bad Mind, Capleton, Crazy Baldhead with Beanie Man, that's Luciano, Curly Locks, Merciless with Yemi Bolo, Murder She Wrote, Shaka Demis, Fed Up, Bounty Killer, wow. Yeah, I think that came out, 90, shit, 98, 99.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And then, so we'll just show a little bit of, Elephant Man's first one. Gonna do the old, boom.
Nice.
Coming for you.
Energy God.
Man, he didn't do a crossover album for a while.
Yeah.
But he did a crossover album called Good to Go. And then much later called Let's Get Physical. I believe Let's Get Physical was on like Bad Boy slash
the
VP.
Sean Puffy Combs.
Yeah. So like he put that out. Good to Go is probably like Atlantic or something like that. Interscope or no, it's Atlantic. I can see it right there. Okay. Yeah. I was making sure I wasn't talking out of my ass. Let's Get Physical was Bad Boy slash VP Records. Just like Good to Go was Atlantic slash VP Records.
VP got their hand in it, of course.
They got their hand in everything. They're just, I mean, things are a little bit different now, but
they acquired Greensleeves now.
Yeah, they bought Greensleeves. Speaking of like a little, well, Greensleeves was UK, and they snatched it up. Like, what's the point of that? They're just taking out a monopoly. Like,
yeah, they are the monopoly.
They are the monopoly. They're buying them out so they could roll it. That's not great for the fans because you're getting less releases.
Yeah.
Yeah. So VP obviously is still around, and they had to have different sub labels like North Parade and shit. But
Yeah.
who else is still putting out great records? And like in the States and stuff, Tad's Records. I can't really think of anything else that does modern shit.
Right.
But I don't know. Can you? I can't think.
Nope.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
All the Jamaican labels are still putting shit out, but I mean,
Right.
as an American American labels, it's VP and Tad's, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it. We're right where we need to be, man.
Well, thank you for hanging with us through what is our 25th episode, 25 episodes deep in this thing, and 9 out of 10 done with Jamaica. So we're coming up to the very end.
I feel like I should have just sat like this the whole time, but you know, I like standing.
Yeah.
It's actually, you know,
Yeah.
I gets the blood flowing to the brain better, I think.
We'll come back at you next time with something completely different, I'm sure.
Yeah. What do you think that's gonna be? What do you?
We've been
thoughts?
talking about it. I think we're going to do a Sex Pistols episode, all things pistol and post pistol
Post
related.
pistols.
Yeah.
We're a pistol paling.
Yes. So until next time, we hope you stay healthy out there. Zip zam, bowie, and swoosh.